just reinforcing the body shell with hot glue. So what have I done? Let me show you. What I've been doing is going round and adding hot glue to the spots that need reinforcement. So places like, let's get some close-ups of where I've done it. So around here, in there, put some liberal amounts of hot glue. Now these are the places that are weak, and it has vastly improved the rigidity. I've been going around the edges and in the valleys here, and also I've been doing these spots here and there. I've been putting in a bead like so, going all the way along, and then I've just been making sure to spread it as well as possible. Now I've done around here, as you can see. Aaron, if we can just show the viewers. So as you can see, I've done along there, across here, here, along here, and here, here, and here, and now I'm just doing this section here. So if we can just, let's tidy this glue stick up a bit and get the next one ready. So let's fill up a bead of glue in here. Put the next one in. So these are the places where I've deemed it needs extra support, and this will increase the structural rigidity tenfold. So it's not just about being strong and about being padded, it's also about increasing the rigidity where you need it to, where you need the rigidity increased. So that's why I've done it in that fashion. So here, if you like, I'm adding ribs, glue ribs. This will aid in its rigidness. Now, you may think it's a waste of time. And of course, you may be right. I may be wrong, and I may be completely wasting my time in doing this, but our first body on the X-MAXX lasted about 2.5 months. We completely mullered it, so I'm going off of my experience. Once we've done this, I'll show you what happened to the other body. Okay, so just, if you like, finishing up doing the front ribs. So here, 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 and here. I'm going to put another rib in here, and we should be all good. Okay, looks like I'm out of glue, so let's refill. Okay, not out of glue, just not feeding through. There we go. Okay, so because I've been spatulaing the glue from this end, got to be careful because it will stick to it and increase the thickness, and if you put it in your glue gun it will get stuck, which is what happened with me. So I'm going to use this pen top to be my spatula from now on. So here we go, that's our ribs done, and already I can feel the rigidity having improved by a vast amount. So let's just do the front here. I want a bit more rigidity here. Now I will be obviously putting on edging strip, which will no doubt improve the rigidity by a huge amount and stop from splitting, but the more you can do to help, the better. Okay, so just doing the front a little bit, because I want the rigidity to be a lot more stronger, to be a lot more rigid at the front. So here, where it's required, I will put extra hot glue. I seem to have got this stuck. There we go. There we go. That's better. That's more like it. Now let's get this spread out. And I do believe we are almost where we need it to be. I'm just going to go around the wheel arches and here. This is an important area I would pay close attention to, around the wheel arch. Okay. There we go. Let's do the other side. Just going around the other side. The back receives a lot of punishment, so here you want to pay some particular attention. Okay, I do believe now we have gotten round to doing the entire body, gone round the entirety. So as you can see now, we've got ribs here all along the body of the car, front to back. So paid attention here, I can already feel it's a lot stiffer and more rigid. Isn't in the way. Right, here's the old body. Now look at where it's split all along the back, as you can see. The back takes a huge amount of punishment. It's all cracked underneath here. Look, it's split here, here, here. Yeah? So this is your danger area, if you like. This is the weakest part of the body, you know, and as I say, this is in 2.5 months. We bought it in June, and by August, it was like this. I know we're in September now, but it's been at home for over a couple of weeks now, so a couple of months at the most. And this is the punishment that it took. So that's why we're paying attention to those areas on this car body show. So around here, we need to pay it some particular attention. So we'll build it up with the glue on these parts where it needs the strength. So we're going by experience and not guesswork. Sorry, my son's left it a bit low down, so maybe it's difficult for you to see. All right, here we go. Let's get some light in there. Aaron, is it visible? Everything?
Yep, just...
Okay, yeah, so as I was showing you, these are the areas that require particular attention. Look, you can see it's coming apart. These are the weak areas. Yeah, so if you can increase the rigidity on these parts, its strength, it should help in making it more durable. That's why I've been paying particular attention to the parts that seem to require it, judging by our first body. So if you're a basher like us, or even if you're not a basher, you know, you just jump it, whatever, the back is particularly weak. So that's where it requires particular attention. Anyway, so I'm just putting in an extra rib on the side here. It needs a bit of strengthening. So just going across it like that, doing this section here. You don't need stupendously large amounts, but just a steady bead all the way across, and then just spread it. Nice, like that. And square it off. There we go. This bit's already been done. I haven't missed anything. And there we go. Got a rib there. We have another one on that side. Yes, we've got one there. I think that's okay. Oh yeah, I can definitely feel the difference. It feels a lot more rigid. The back could use another rib, so I'm going to put two. One going across here, and then another one here. It's all about rigidity. You don't want to make it too rigid, so rigid that it's not flexible enough. And, you know, if you're too rigid and you can't bend, what happens? You break. So you've got to strike a balance. Hence, flexible glue. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Just kick my tripod over. So here we go. So yeah, as I was saying, we need to keep a balance between rigidity and flex. Now it has to have some flex, otherwise it will just break or snap or tear. So that's why the hot glue, as I'm putting it on, I'm spreading it down because I want it to be thin. I don't want it to be so thick that it can't flex. Obviously it's going to have the flexi glue, but these almost invisible ribs, as you can see, have increased the rigidity a huge amount, yet it still remains flexible. This will be put on with liberal amounts of CA glue. Now, when you put it on, you should apply it in small amounts. So you start off, if you can get a hypodermic needle, quite a thick one that fits into the nozzle, that would be the best thing to use. If not, a needle or a nail works, because then it will come down the needle or nail, and then you put it in a little bit at a time, a couple of inches at a time, and you move your way along. You've got to do both sides. It's slow, tedious, repetitive work, but if you want the best effect and if you want decent adhesion, it's best to do it slowly. Now, you can rush it and do it one whole bit at a time, but I wouldn't advise it. Take your time, do it carefully, do it slowly, and you will end up with a much better end result. So that is where I'm at so far. I've been lazy, I know, but my first love has been taking a lot of my attention, and that's this over here. Now, I spent a lot of time and effort making that box, because it's not just a simple rectangular box that you can see on the outside. It has a constricted and then flared waveguide slotted port. Now, I don't want to get into that now, but that's been taking a lot of my time and attention. So it's good to be doing something that doesn't tax my abilities as much as the car audio project is taxing me. This is nice and therapeutic, and I get to do it with my son. He loves doing this. Don't you, Aaron?
Yes.
And we've made a complete mess of our front room. My wife, as soon as she walks in here, she's going to hit the ceiling. But hey, we have gotten somewhere with our RC body, and I think adding the hot glue ribs makes a difference. I think I'm just going to add one final bit here at the front, and then we should be finished. Let me just take this off. I forgot to do the front. Now, this is a bit better protected than the back. Even on my other one, it didn't receive nearly as much abuse or damage as the rear, but it doesn't hurt to make it a little bit stronger. So this bit is done. Here is done. And I do believe that is probably enough for now. So, thank you for watching, and watch out for the next video. Please like and subscribe.